All right, so Golden Gate Bridge was awesome. Bohemian Grove, I've heard of Bohemian Grove. I hear it's like sort of like a men's only club where like the super wealthy elites gather once a year and do all kinds of sketchy stuff.
Hello.
It's Muir Forests, is that, or
Muir.
Muir?
Yeah.
Muir Woods.
M-U-I-R.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and this is where the famous redwood trees are. This is kind of like, you know, there's the big cities like San Francisco and LA and San Diego and Oakland, and then there's like these national parks like right next to it. You know, California does kind of remind me of New York in a weird sense, where it's like Northern California and Southern California, the difference between them is like night and day. Kind of like how New York City, there's New York City, there's like upstate New York, and upstate New York there's like so many like trees and forests.
Yep.
Well, there's like, you know, the hustle and bustle at like Manhattan and Brooklyn. It's funny how that works. All right, so they just say, oh, what's your wingspan, turkey vultures? Turkey vultures are actually they're surprisingly affectionate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Nebraska, the RDC has one named Stratus, and we had to take her inside because it was too cold, because I was there during like December and January, and they wrapped her up in a blanket like she was a baby. She's like, turkey vultures are like so ugly, they're cute. If that makes any sense, yeah. California condos, those things are like on the brink of extinction.
Let's see. I'm a little bit shorter than. I can't really tell which one this is.
What the great blue heron, are you longer than that?
I'm almost reaching up to the let me see the shape just a sec. I think it's, I can't tell which one it is. I think it might be the great blue heron. No, it's not that. It's maybe the red-tailed hawk. No, I don't know. I don't really. I'm not gonna lose sleep over which one it is.
Yeah, me neither. They're all remnants of a bygone era as far as I'm concerned. Just a reminder, T-Rex was not the ancestor to the modern day chicken. They were more like relatives. All right, these are the legendary redwoods, and man, they are some super tall trees. I just love this whole scenery right here. It's like, I know we're not in New Zealand, but it looks like something straight out of Lord of the Rings. With this. Or Endor, how's that sound?
Yeah. It's not a map, though. That's okay.
Protect the coho salmon's future. So Gadi was the one who really got me hooked on Star Wars.
Yeah.
In middle school. Did you see the thing where like Chewbacca's actor like was warned not to, like when they filmed all the Endor scenes in Return of the Jedi, he was told not to wander too far off set because people would mistake him for Bigfoot and shoot him. Ah,
yeah. I heard something.
Because the Pacific Northwest is like really well known for its Bigfoot sightings.
Let's see this thing here. This is...
Oh yeah, you can tell how far, how old a tree is by its number of rings. 909 AD. Tree is born. In 1930, tree falls. That's great. That's where the 49ers get their name from. 1849 California Gold Rush.
Yeah.
Not that I really care about sports too much. I was just telling Gadi that I was gonna visit Crater Lake in Oregon last year, but it was closed due to like bad weather. So this is making up for it. Ah, it's just stunning scenery.
Bottom to top.
Wow. Let's try it. Let's do it again.
It's like this is like Home Tree and Avatar right now, the James Cameron movie.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Wow.
Just without the aliens. And top to bottom as well. It's so serene, this whole area. It's so peaceful. Despite being right next to a big city.
Let me do that again. I made a mistake. All right.
Da 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 da. Gadi just made an excellent sales pitch for these forests.
Hell yeah.
It was like we need like neck pillows for when you keep, because we look up at the trees like this. And it's like, oh man, they're missing out on a quick buck right there. Look at how tall these trees are. I keep having to look so high up. A nice little creek. And this trail we're going right now is gonna be a big loop, basically. And like we came around this way and then boop. And we're gonna see the visitor center on the way back. It said. So as soon as I stopped recording that last clip,
Yeah.
I read this pause for a moment. It's just like, oh, I paused before it told me to. It's like take a deep breath
A
in.
moment to appreciate how the air feels here. The forest is a part, ancient and beautiful cycle. You've been part of the cycle your whole life. You breathe out carbon dioxide, and plants breathe that in. Plants breathe out oxygen, and you breathe that in. How else
See-
are you connected with this forest?
Really, yeah, trees are important for producing oxygen, but it's actually the algae and like lakes and rivers and oceans that do most of that work for us, apparently. Which I am curious, because like sloths move so slow that algae will grow on their fur, which is good for both species, because the algae gets a home, and it also gives the sloth camouflage, you know, in the trees in the Amazon. I wonder if like if giant, since we're in California, if giant ground sloths were still around, like, would they, if they moved that slow, would they grow algae on their fur as well? It'd be like Torterra from Pokemon, just like all of a sudden little trees start growing off its back.
Yeah, you know, I remember way back when my first Pokemon game was Pokemon Pearl. My favorite Pokemon was Torterra, so I got a Turtwig.
Yep, that was.
You remember that,
Yeah,
right?
that was my starter Pokemon Platinum as well.
Do you know,
I had Pearl too. Chimchar was my starter.
yeah. You know what my favorite Pokemon is now?
What?
Come on, you should know. I told you.
Milotic.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, because I posted a video of us playing that game way back in like high school, which those 2014 videos I made were so cringe. All right, well, I couldn't pull up my camera fast enough, but we saw a coyote scamper by the bushes. So Cathedral Grove is where this is like a refuge for all the wild critters in this neck of the woods. And yeah, coyotes, they get dangerous. Like coyotes and wolves, it's kind of like the jackals and African wild dogs of the New World in a weird sense. But yeah, it's like we got lucky with seeing the coyote. Did you get a picture of it, Gadi, or?
I didn't. I nearly did, but I didn't.
Yeah, close but no cigar. But yeah, that's the thing with like mountain lions, especially. They'll see you long before you see them,
Yeah.
and thankfully, they don't usually see us as food.
Mountain lions? Okay. What about African lions?
Man-eating lions do occur. Like there's this one super famous story called the Savo man-eaters, where when the British built like this train way back when they were colonizing Africa, they hired a bunch of Indian workers to like build the railroads. These two like rogue lions started hunting the workers like they were a gazelle, attacking them at night. Yeah, it's a whole scary story. One of the few predators that does actively hunt humans for food, though, are polar bears. Oh, wait, look, there's deer. Alright, there's a buck. And there's, oh look, the buck's going for a swim. Or waiting or something. Hey, buddy.
אנחנו יכולים את הגשר הקצר או את הגשר הארוך כמו שהיום ניסן. אבל צריכים לעבור לצד של ה... רגע, זה לא משלם? היום שילמת. כי זה היה אחרי 10 בבוקר. הקרפול זה מ-5 בבוקר ל-10 בבוקר. זהו. ואנחנו עברנו ב-10:30.
Hey, gorgeous.
אז אפילו שהיינו 3 בבוקר.
There's, okay, so there's the doe, and there's the buck over there. There's two of them. Okay. Antlers. Where are they going? He's still there. All right, my camera's pretty low on juice, so I'm getting the recording right here. Thanks for tuning in.